Welcome back to Ultimate Challenge, the Nomads edition. In case you're just joining us, the Nomads have just taken part in a water pass challenge on the shores of Lake Turkana.
Take your time, guys.
In a blowout win, Pascal's team beat Team Luigi and claimed a reward of dining with the production crew. The Nomads are now back at camp. Coupled with high temperatures and after exerting herself in the water pass challenge, Delia collapses in the Loyangalani heat.
Just complaining that
she had some tuna, she had some beans, she had a bit of something else. I think it was eggs or something.
Delia might be facing a medical emergency, but being a model, she still wants to look good for the camera.
Can I have a lip balm, please? My legs are dry.
After being given a clean bill of health, Dr. Totora is called once again to the Nomads camp as Delia's condition has deteriorated. Not keen on taking chances, Dr. Totora decides to rush Delia to a medical facility at Loyangalani town. Due to the high temperatures in the town, the only government facility runs only in the morning. She is fortunate though, as this private clinic is open throughout the day. Checking all her vital signs, Dr. Totora is able to diagnose the issue. Delia has been pushing herself in a bid to stay in the competition. Delia is also dehydrated, and the doctor recommends that she be put on an intravenous drip.
It feels like my body shut down.
Did you feel I was coming this place or you can't remember? Can you give like a recollection of what has happened?
The first time I felt it, and I was with Daniel, and he said just lie down, and then my fellow Nomads came, and then I shut down. I can't remember what happened.
Immediately after being discharged from the hospital, Delia joins the rest of the Nomads as they make their way to the next location for yet another challenge, the shores of Lake Turkana. Lake Turkana is the world's largest desert as well as alkaline lake. The lake contains the largest population of Nile crocodile. The Lake Turkana National Park is a World Heritage Site, serving as a stopover for migrant waterfowl and a major breeding ground for the Nile crocodile, hippopotamus, and a variety of venomous snakes.
Nomads, are you ready for your next challenge? We call this challenge the Canoe Race Challenge. The rules of engagement: there are 2 balls on the lake. The first ball, which is nearer to the shore, is your start point. The one which is farthest is your turning point. In the same groups, you'll get to go individually, one from each canoe. You're going to move from this point, the first point, to the end point, turn and come back. Once your group member gets here, the next person gets to the canoe and moves. But here's the twist. Yes, you might be in groups, but your timings, they get to be individual. And that will determine who's going home and who's staying.
The Nomads will race using this traditional Samburu canoe known as Ngatade or Ngasade, made from the marara tree. It is used by fishermen around the shores of Lake Turkana. However, before starting, the 2 teams are given a few minutes to deliberate on their strategy for the challenge.
Just stay like this, the wind will push. That one will push away.
But it's also difficult when you're coming this way because of the...
If you feel like you're giving up, just raise your hand, the boat will beat you, okay?
Both captains elect to go first. After teaming up on the shopping challenge, Pascal and Luigi will go head-to-head in the first heat of this 6-round do-or-die battle. Struggling to propel themselves forward, Pascal and Luigi are fighting against the strong afternoon winds. Luigi is finally able to master the controls of the Ngata. Pascal might be moving, but is he heading in the right direction? Luigi, on the other hand, is off like a flash. Will he avenge this morning's blowout defeat, or will Pascal recover on the turn? However, Luigi makes a mistake and he falls into the water. This gives a chance for Pascal to get back into the race. With both Nomads now struggling, Pascal seems to have the upper hand as Luigi is fighting for dear life. Paddling backwards, Pascal seems to have the edge. Hard as they try, they are both being dragged by the strong winds further and further away from their turning point.
When we began the race, there was a lot of wind, which I hadn't anticipated. So the wind took me the wrong direction.
After more than 16 minutes in the water, they are picked by the rescue boat and brought back to shore.
If you look at the wind, it's going that way. So coming towards the ball was easier than going back to the coast. So it's mostly the current of the water.
The next duel pits Daniel against a menial. Will they suffer the same fate as the duel before them? From the onset, it is perfectly clear that this is not going to be a clean race. Windy conditions are going to determine the winner of these races. Daniel and a menial are now in a neck-and-neck race. That is, until they reach the turn-off point and a menial gets a second wind of energy. A menial crosses the finish line first in a time of 2 minutes and 34 seconds, while Daniel is timed at 3 minutes and 9 seconds.
Lakini kuona nimeona mara nyingi sana ikifanyika. Naona tu watu wavuvi sana kwa sana kutoka Mombasani. Nimeona tu wakitumia hiyo strategy. So mimi nilipoingia tu pale, niliingia nikakaa nikaona kitu iko balance. So nilitumia tu ile akili nilikuwa nikiona. So niliingia nikakaa, nikaona tu niko sawa. Nikaona mawimbi yakienda hivi niko nayo, yakienda hivi niko nayo.
There are now 4 more races left. Ibrahim of Team Luigi sets off immediately after Emilio's arrival. However, he soon realizes that while starting might be easy, controlling the Ngata Day is not going to be easy at all. He is soon caught by Brian, who started a full 43 seconds after him. Paddling in a straight line, one could be persuaded to think that he has been doing this all his life. Ibrahim, though, is having a rough ride. Brian, who had earlier shown what a positive attitude can do, is struggling to surmount the extra energy. However, he finishes the race in a time of 3 minutes and 58 seconds. Ibrahim manages in a time of 6 minutes and 18 seconds.
Well, I've never canoed before. This it might sound like a joke, but I don't even know how to swim. So yeah, I was a bit stressed because the first contestants to go, they looked like they were a bit experienced. And when you see some of them falling, it like gets you into a panic because you don't know if you'll fall or if you'll make it. But I tried as much as I could to like keep the situation calm, and I almost fell. But I really tried to keep myself calm and like to try and push a little bit harder.
As this is a relay race, Rehema sets off after Brian docks on the shore. Going around in circles, she loses valuable time. But she gets the hang of it and is able to steer the canoe into the open waters. Delia from Team Luigi is giving this challenge an almighty go. But is not making any headway in the race. That though is not discouraging her, as she is not giving up. Just when she is about to finish, Brahema starts going around in circles again. After struggling for a few minutes, she finishes in a time of 6 minutes and 10 seconds. Good girl. Try as she may, Delia is unable to go around the two markers and she decides to paddle back to shore.
It was tough but fun at the same time. Because, okay, you just feel good when you see the raft is going the direction that you want. But once the raft starts turning and it's like it's going back, I almost cried because now I'm putting the whole of my effort here. I've never done this before. I don't know how to swim. I don't like water. So when the raft was moving towards the correct direction, like going forward and also coming back, I felt at least at ease. But now when the turbulence were coming and the raft is like it's turning back, it was okay. I felt something like, you know, like I would say like pain. You know, I'm almost there. Like I was almost there, almost to the ball, and then the raft decided to now you don't have to go back.
That's it, lovely. Keep going. Keep going.
It was actually my first time. I've never canoed, and I've never canoed like, especially on a raft like that. But it was, I didn't even think I would do it. But when I started doing it, I didn't realize where, like, I think when you're inside water, you just lose sense of your surrounding and your bearings. So at some point it was moving and then the wind and everything was pushing me. And I thought I'd reach where I was supposed to reach and I came back.
Don't go away. Ultimate Challenge, the Nomads edition, will be right back.